Hello, Goddess, and welcome to this week's Thankful to Thrive Thursday. And wow, I highly encourage you to check out my own reading that I had been intuitively led to do myself for yesterday. My own little empowerment message that came as a result of, and I'm saying yesterday, even though technically it was this morning, because I always record Thankful to Thrive Thursday the evening, the night before, so it can publish for all of you by 7:17 a.m. And well, I'll just say, oh my goodness, this morning was so mind-blowing, having had two dreams, and I couldn't tell you the last time I had a dream and remembered it. Or even realized that I dreamt. So, and it was so profound. And then all of the synchronicities and doing the cards afterwards, and it was just mind blowing. And I shared it in my free Goddess Tribe on Telegram, which I will put those details down below for you. And it resonated with so many of the goddesses in the group. It was absolutely phenomenal, and it blew my mind. It was just the best. It was amazing. It was wonderful. It was awesome. And if you are new to my channel and this is your first empowerment message with me, my name is Rochelle Richard, and I am the founder, CEO, self-love empowerment coach, and well, Coach Goddess here at Empowerment Experiences. And here we look for and find our power in every moment so we can rise and thrive all along that which is our twin flame journey, which really is a self-love empowerment journey. And the more I get into this and recognize really my path in this twin flame space, because again, and I will reiterate this, I didn't even believe in the concept of twin flames when I met mine. I wasn't looking for anybody. Yet next thing I know, I'm flying around the world to meet my twin flame, who again, I did not know that's what he was at the time. And it has been one hell of a ride since. But I will say that I very much love it. I love him. I love me more and more and more. And as this journey of ascension continues, there's more and more amplification of gifts and intuition and powers, awareness. It's just absolutely phenomenal. It's incredible. I fucking love it, to sum that up. So it is the end of a day for me. Like I said, it's been a very eventful, full. I had, some soul family over for several hours of the day after the wild, crazy morning that it was. It's just absolutely incredible. And I was so exhausted this morning. It was absolutely incredible. It was absolutely incredible. So let's see here. Oh my gosh. I just said awareness. Amplified awareness. Right now you're going to be increasing in that awareness space, which you need to be, right? As you increase your awareness, that's the expansion of your consciousness. That's the expansion of your soul, of you, of your understanding. And words don't teach. Only life experience gives us this understanding. So the more you become aware of your experience and your gifts and your intuitive connection with everything, with your own ability to perceive this reality, and I use air quotes because reality is nothing more than a perception that we have over our experience here. The more you increase that awareness and come into this present moment, the more connected you're going to find that you are, right? And the more connected to your abundance, to your blessing, to your knowing, and to your power you shall become. And that's exactly what you're here to do and achieve, is to be anchoring more and more into your power, into your truth, into that which is love, because love is the greatest power in all the universe. And I know for certain that, again, that is what a twin flame journey is about. For all of my twin flame goddesses, And, you know, hello, self-love empowerment journey is obviously about love. And true love can only begin within, from where it expands outward to envelop, encompass, and embrace those around us. So it must begin inside you. And wow, and that twin flame journey is an amplification of that self-love empowerment journey. And so and this card has come up recently as well, this awareness of recognizing that you are the leader and you are here to lead. You may not feel like you are, you may not feel like you're even strong enough for it, but I assure you, goddess, yes, you fucking are. The only one who is stopping you from seeing that is you. You're the only one that stands in the way of seeing how powerful you are and feeling that power within you. It's you. It's you, boo. It's all you. And especially for my fellow twin flame sisters, you are the leader in your twin flame connection. And if you want your counterpart to rise into his power, guess what? You've got to be doing the same. And that's exactly how this works. All right? This is why, again, it all begins within. And we are getting ready. It was so exciting to for the new moon this evening. When I say this evening, meaning Thursday evening for the 10th, we are doing my manifesting moon. We're launching the manifesting moon ritual process. It's over, a 3-week stretch because it actually usually starts a little bit before because there's prep work that comes with it. This was very much a intuitive, spur of the moment. One of the goddesses mentioned in my free goddess tribe, again, as I mentioned on Telegram, that we have, one of the goddesses said, oh my goodness, wouldn't it be so awesome for us all to do a ritual together? And I went, well, guess what? Guess what I have in my magic vault of creation and intuitive downloads and wonderful such things? I have an entire complete moon cycle manifestation process where as I've said, it begins a couple days before for prep work, journaling and such, getting your vision clarified and, decluttering a bit, into the new moon event. And then we have a process in between to align and allow for your vision. And then we do the Fuck Fears full moon event. And we have another live Zoom session. So we do 2 Zoom sessions together, one for the new moon and one for the full moon. I will be running it again. I will definitely put that link down below with those details for you to join a future event. I do close it out once we begin with the new moon event because you kind of miss out on the whole process. So that said, definitely I will, I'm working on a new page on my website that's going to have, future events as well. They're certainly not going to be every month because of the days of the week that the new and full moons fall on. They need to align with my availability and, well, that which I'm led to go with for that month. But that said, it is about you, goddess, recognizing that you do have the power within you, and there are powers and energies that you are here to learn how to harness and actually utilize to amplify your own powers. It's a co-creation that we are here participating in. Okay, and that's exactly what this kind of event is. That's exactly what my goddess tribe is. That's exactly what your twin flame journey is. And again, as the one who is the leader in this connection, you're the one that's got to be taking that action and focusing on you and getting clear on what you need to be doing for yourself to be healing yourself. This is why it is a healing twin flames journey. Because you are here to heal so you can be rising and thriving into your power, into your purpose, and really, again, be that leader that you are naturally. So as you're doing that, again, take time to play. You can consider doing this ritual and this manifesting moon. It's play. It's going to be fun. And it's so important that you allow yourself that when you are in this play space, this really supports in this awareness piece, right? Because when you are present, when you are playing, especially when you watch young children, right? And they're so caught up. I mean, sometimes, again, having the reference of my little love bug, she'll be 2 in 2 days. You know, she'll get in her little zone and mom or I will be like, love bug, yoo-hoo, Jalen, hello. And she's just in her zone, playing in her imagination and just having her fun. That is what true presence looks like, okay? That's what it really is to play. And the more present you are, the greater your awareness is, the more in tune you are with your power in this present moment. All right, so really allow yourself to tap into that innocence within you, that desire to play, so that you are being more present, so you can be connecting more with your power, your truth, your knowing. Excuse me. Wow. A little bit of amplification there, a little bit of a burp. Excuse me. Right? You know, throat chakra, anyone right there? Definitely, you know, do not be afraid to speak your truth. That is what it is to be a leader. You are in your truth, you're in your knowing. Obviously, be willing to, you know, deliver it as kindly as possible. You know, if it calls for being a bitch, then, you know, whatever. No judgments here. However, it's really recognizing that there is a time and a place for such things, right? It's learning to really be anchored in that love space, especially in your twin flame connection and all other relationships really in your life. When you can come from a place of love, everything is going to go so much smoother. Everything is going to feel so much better, and you're going to be very much more in that flow. And looky there. Compassion, that is exactly what it is, to come from that place of love when you are explaining, like, obviously in real friend connections, you do have a responsibility to your friends to say, hey, you know, eating all of that sugar really isn't good for you. Or, hey, you know, drinking that water, do you know what's actually in that? You know, because some of these waters, these bottled waters, are really, really bad for you. They literally have poison in them, right? And along with so much of our food on the shelves at the store. That's what this whole time of awakening is about. It's beginning to wake up to the truth that there has been an agenda against humanity. And that's why so many of us light warriors are here to assist with humanity taking back its power and saying, no more. I am now going to learn how to grow my own food. I'm going to learn how to research what I need researching. I'm going to learn how to build my own home. I'm going to, you know, we're in that phase where we're getting back to what it is to truly be human. We have been in a phase of doing, we are human doings, not human beings. We're not being, we're doing. And right now that's very much a theme among my goddesses in the tribe is, oh my goodness, I feel like I need to be doing something. I'm trying to figure out what I need to do. When you are in that space of looking for something to do, that is the ego trying to escape being present, because there is something in this present moment that it does not want to confront. It does not want to have to face. That inner Goliath is knocking on that door saying, psst, psst, you have a visitor, but you've got to turn and you've got to face that. And that's another piece of this compassion card I very much am feeling is you've got to be willing and able to hold that space for yourself first. Because to the depth that you truly love and hold space for yourself is all the depth that you have to truly be holding space for someone else. Right? If you are judging yourself, it is so easy to judge someone else. And it may be, you know, in the back of your mind that you're thinking something. You may not be saying it out loud, but I assure you, goddess, yeah. The mind, even when the mind thinks things, the body hears that, right? The energetic realm hears that. You're still putting that out, even if you're not speaking that. So it's really time to start to be kind with yourself, be kind with your thoughts, be kind with your words, be very aware of your delivery, of what you're thinking, speaking, what your energy is that you are putting out when you're speaking something to someone, or especially about yourself, okay? Oof. And that's it. It is very much time to be trusting in your journey, trusting in the process, especially on this twin flame journey, right? It can be so easy to fall back into that space of ego control. All right. Now it is the ego that seeks to control. The soul is surrender. All right. It's from that soul space that we surrender. Well, soul is love. Ego is fear. Soul is love. Okay. And there is no love in fear. In fact, fear is an absence of love. Period. Fear is an absence of love. All right. Let's see what the Lightworker cards have to say. And like I said this morning, my own reading for myself, consulting with a decision that I was working to make after having these dreams, it was just, mind-blowing. It really, really was. So let's see here. We have, well, looky there. Trust. You're already doing it right here, right? It's really time, again, that you focus on being more. All right? Because you're already doing it. You're already doing exactly what you need to be doing. In fact, here is a mantra for you that I highly encourage you jot down and start to repeat it to yourself as often as possible. I am where I am, and I am exactly where I am supposed to be. Again, that's I am where I am, and I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. And here's why. Because if you were supposed to be anywhere else, guess what, sister? You'd be there. You'd be there. It's only the ego that is creating this gap within you saying, oh my God, my life doesn't look like it's supposed to. I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Oh my gosh. All right. Yeah. Get out of your head, because that's where the ego lives. Get out of your mind. That's where the ego lives. That's this whole stop overthinking. You're living in your mind. You're living in your storage room. Okay, it's time to drop down into that heart and soul space. It's time to drop down into your living room, kick your feet up, lean back on that recliner, and just ride the fucking ride for a minute. In fact, the image that just popped into my head when I was explaining that is the meme going around where it shows, I think, the mom holding the kid's hand and the kids freaking out on the roller coaster. Right? And the parent is the symbolism for our spirit guides. You know, my spirit guide's telling me to hold on and enjoy the ride, and you're the kid with just freaked the fuck out, like, what? You know, and then there was another one where it's the carousel of the horses, right? And that thing's on fire. You know, it's burning, and, you know, it's, again, the whole meme is that, you know, God's saying, just trust the process. Everything's fine. And you're just like, really? Really? Yeah, sure. But that's just it. And right now, it feels like there's so much destruction that's been happening, because the only way to create something new is for the old to be cleared. And that means it must come down, it must crumble, it must be destroyed, it must fall away, whatever that looks like. And it's very much more amplified right now. That which is not in fact, that was what my dream was about. And that's why I'm knowing that my guides, my higher self, were just like, listen, this bitch is just not getting the memo. So it's time to, she's asleep. Let's go tell her now. And she gonna remember it this time. And that's exactly what it was. It is time to stop holding on to old shit. Because if you want a new vision, a new life, a new experience, you want these new blessings that you are calling in, but yet you've not created space, you're holding on to all this old shit, then guess what, sister? You ain't gonna get this. You're not gonna get this. All right. And that's why, again, with my manifesting moon process, there is that prep work, and that decluttering is a major part of that prep work. Okay, so stop overthinking. All right, it's time to get out of the storage room and drop down into the living room and just be. That again is such a, such a powerful theme right now, is coming into being, because you are the oracle. You are a light warrior. You are a light bringer. You are a light worker. You may be one or two of those. You may be all three of those, because I've come to understand, for the way I view it, is that we're all light bringers. We're all here to bring the light, right? But then there's the light warriors, those who are the actual front line, battle soldiers, so to speak. And then there's the light workers, the one who are actually, going into, behind the scenes, coming in behind the light warriors who are on those front lines, really battling for humanity and stepping up to the plate and saying, I don't care if what I'm saying is controversial. I'm here to fucking say it. And if you don't like it, well, Tough Titty said to Kitty when he couldn't get no milk. Okay? You are here to disrupt shit, goddess. You have not fit into this world because you're here to create a new one. So stop trying to fit into the old one. And the majority of my goddesses know that how I feel about the word try. Try is an escape hatch for the ego. So that's why I'm using it right now. Stop trying to fit into the old one, because that is the ego trying to keep you in that comfort zone. It is the part of you that is blocking you and keeping you down from your vibration truly rising. You've got to get out of your own way and allow that vibration to rise. You've got to, again, if you desire that union with your counterpart, you have got to be the leader. You've got to really begin to surrender and trust. Okay? Trust that you are already on your path, because you are, no matter what it looks like, you are already on your path. So surrender, let go, and continue to allow your vibration to raise, because it is. It really, truly is. You are the oracle, in particular, the oracle of your journey. Only you can truly know what your next move is, what your path looks like, what your vision is. Because, sweetheart, it's given to you. Nobody else. And when you allow someone else to dictate what your vision is or what your next move is, that's you giving your power to them. That's why when I do sessions, or when I'm running a group coaching experience, anything like that, I recognize and understand that my mission is simply to provide you with options and, my perspective and resources and tools and techniques and practices that are created and intended to empower you to anchor into your knowing. Because I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm not here because in any moment, the energies are shifting. That was why for my special reading that I had done for myself this morning, I was like, okay, look, I really wanted a yes or no answer. And the Lightworker deck, they actually come with a yes and a no card. So after I went through my unicorn oracles, and then we're going to, consult with the sacred tree oracles here in a moment. After I went through, several from both of those decks, because that was how I was intuitively led, and they affirmed and amplified my messages from my dreams. It was just so mind-blowing. It was amazing that I went to my Lightworker deck, and a little bit more, affirmation and confirmation from my dream messages, amplification of those. I got through 3 of these, and I finally was like, listen, universe, seriously, you have not answered my question. Do I or do I not? Please. And sure enough, I got the yes card. And there's an even bigger story, is that when you upload a video to YouTube, YouTube will choose 3 thumbnails from throughout the entire video. And for a 30-minute video that it was this morning, it picked one image of when I was holding the yes card, and I was holding that card for literally maybe 5 seconds, and it picked that, and it was the middle card, and the middle image, and it was also the image that it auto selected to be the thumbnail. And I fell out. I am like, oh my goodness. Of course, I ended up looking back because it was about sending an email to my counterpart, and I was like, wait a minute, I just did tapped into the energies? And the answer was no, do not reach out to your counterpart right now. But the energies are shifting in every single moment. And as you shift, that creates shifts, of course, within you and within your connection. And it also is creating shifts in the collective. Again, you are this oracle. As your vibration rises, you are uplifting humanity collectively. Whew. That was a lot I had to share right there. So there you go. Share your voice. It is time for you to stop dimming your light. It is time for you again to step into this role as the leader that you are in your twin flame connection, in your journey, in your business, in your job. You are here to disrupt things. You are not here to fit in the fucking box that they have told you need to fit in. My twin flame love, from the beginning, he had called me baby. And I love when he calls me baby. And it took me a moment to figure out why. And it was simply that the reference to Dirty Dancing. Nobody puts baby in a corner. And it's kind of like Patrick Swayze is the universe saying, oh no, sweetheart, you are not here to sit in the fucking corner. You are here to get your butt up on stage and be the spotlight in the dark. All right, so there you go. Come out of the cave, stop living in that persecution space of being the victim of life. Life has happened to me and it's not how I want it to be and everything's against me. Holy moly. Wow. And everything's against me. No, that's not the case at all. All right. It is time to transcend that. Wow. It is so very much time to transcend that victimized mentality. It's that's old news. All right. Because that is literally you perpetuating your own suffering. It's perpetuating you continuing to be that victim in your life, because that is the belief from which you are operating. That is the energetic state that you are coming from. That is the vibration that you are emitting. So guess what, sister? That's what you're getting. That is very much the collective this last, especially for a long time, but more amplified, more brought out into the light this last year and a half. So we are definitely in that transcendence space where it is time to rise and thrive above it and surrender to the flow. Really, truly trust this journey. Trust that you are where you're supposed to be. Trust that everything else is exactly how it's supposed to be. Or guess what? It wouldn't be that way. There is some reason for everything, right? And in everything, there is a lesson. In everything, there is a lesson. And guess what, sister? No matter how intense and painful that lesson might be, it's a blessing. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's a blessing. So start to surrender that need to control things you cannot fucking control. It's time to transcend by letting go of that heavy weight that you've been carrying. That's how your vibration rises, as you let go more and more and more and more. And I very much see that happening among my goddesses in the goddess tribe. As you grow in strength, which you are right now, that is what's happening very much so, is you are becoming stronger and stronger because your awareness is increasing. It's amplifying. You are beginning to see a much, much broader perspective because of expanding your consciousness. That is what this journey of ascension is. You are going to begin to understand, once you especially reach that surrender phase of the twin flame journey, you really will begin to recognize and be able to go, wow, I am so grateful that my counterpart did run away from me. I'm so grateful that I do have this space and time to really focus on myself, because wow, he really did help me to see things at such a core level so that I can be healing those things, all right? And really, again, be recognizing how fucking strong I am, because guess what, sister? I am sure you have gone through some shit in your life, haven't you? It's time you recognize that. Stop devaluing yourself. Stop minimizing everything that you have not just endured, but you have overcome. You are here today because of you. Because of you. Even if someone saved your life from a burning house, you had to maintain that will to hold on. You did. You had to choose to keep living. You had to choose to keep surviving. Well, now it's time that you choose to fucking thrive. All right, it is time to be thriving. Hello, Thankful to Thrive Thursday, right? And this is one of the big ways that you do is you begin to allow yourself to see that strength. Ooh, generosity, which is really amplifying the blessings around you, the blessings that abound. So what we put out is what we get back. Now, it's important to recognize that you need to be very aware that you are filling your own cup, okay? But at the same time, what you put out comes back amplified. So when you are gifting, gift from, again, that place of love that we've talked about. Check that intention. Are you doing it for recognition? Don't do that. I mean, that reminds me, there was a couple dogs a couple years ago had gotten out in my neighborhood, and a couple of my neighbors knew at the time that I worked with a rescue, and it was a cat rescue, but I had a dog at the time as well. And so they knew I was very good with animals, and they came to me because they didn't know who it belonged to. And I ended up taking them into my backyard, and they were really sweet dogs. And I ran an errand, and when I got back, the gentleman, and I say gentleman, I use that term loosely, he had, who had found the dogs and came to get me, he had came to me and said, we found out where the dogs belong. I said, cool. So he took them back, and a young boy had met us outside and at the gate, and he just took the dogs in the backyard. I was like, all right, thank you. I'm so glad they're home. And I was ready to head back home. And this man actually says to me, as he's looking at me, starting to walk away, he's like, where are you going? And I'm like, home. And he's like, well, you brought him home too. And he literally was wanting to go to the front door and bother this new mom. She had just had a new baby as well. That's why she didn't answer the door. And so he ended up bothering her as a result, but because he wanted to be recognized for his good deed. And I was really appalled, actually. Of course, I just am like, mission accomplished. The dogs were returned home. That's the end of the mission. Case closed. And it was just mind-boggling to me that he had such a need to be recognized for his good deed. And so it's really important to be doing it from that love space. And I know I'm going to need to stop the video and start it again because I'm reaching that limit that I tend to reach on my device. But really be willing to give from your abundance, all right? Not from that lack space, not from the need to be recognized, not from the, oh, I know if I give, I'll get back. No, you do it just because it feels good, just because it's love. It's love. You are here to fill your cup so full that it overflows into those around you. So you are here to be filling your cup. And when you have overflow, give from that abundance. You know, $20 here and there, unless $20 is all you have to eat for the next week, excuse me, really amplifying this right now, then you need to make sure that you take care of you. Right? Because that other person is very much responsible for taking care of themselves. It's really important to begin to clarify sacrificial love and divine love. They are two different things. Unconditional divine love is that I am filling my cup so that I really truly have genuine, authentic love to give. Because if you are not giving that love to yourself first, then you're truly not filling that cup and you're coming from an empty space. You very much are. So it's really important that you are experiencing this generosity to and for yourself so that you really truly can be able to recognize the impact that your generosity from your overflow has to the world around you. right? Imagine if everybody recognized that we needed to fill our cups first, so full that it overflowed into those around us. I mean, imagine the ripple effects that will have, because that's the new earth energy. That's what we're getting to, right? And that's what this renewal is all about. It is a time of renewal. It is a time for this new earth rising, and you are a part of this, goddess. You are very much a leader in the amplification of awareness through this journey of ascension that we are on into this 5D new earth. All right. And that is why it is time for you to be renewing yourself. It is time for you to really be looking at how you are loving yourself. And you are going to, my twin flame goddesses, believe me, because I've been there. I was there with my counterpart where I was in that sacrificial love. I thought I needed to give, but that was what I was taught, right? To give until I had nothing left. And I have done that. I did that so much throughout my life. And I would almost lose the roof over my head. I would have like no food in my fridge because I thought I needed to sacrifice myself for others. Others who were perfectly capable of taking care of themselves, right? So it's really transcending this sacrificial love space that we have been taught is, divine love. No, it's not. You're not here to sacrifice yourself. You are here to love yourself so much that you overflow that love into those around you. You cannot fill someone else's cup if your cup is empty. Okay? So you really want to be amplifying your blessings right now. That's what Thankful to Thrive Thursday theme is all about. It's really recognizing that to be in that thriving space, you've got to be thankful that you are thriving. You've got to be thankful that blessings abound, which means you've got to be focusing on those. You've got to be amplifying the generosity of the universe. The generosity that you are capable of to and from yourself, to and for yourself as well. All right, dear goddess, that is going to cover it for Thankful to Thrive Thursday. This was incredible, as I said. And that said, be sure to tune in Saturday evening for Super Signs Sunday. We are just on a roll with these messages right now. They just seem to get better and better. Be sure to, like I said, check out the mind-blowing one that I shared about my own journey from yesterday, which, like I said, would be Wednesdays. And it has a simple thumbnail with the yes card on it. I just, again, mind blown. So you'll hear that whole story. You will hear at the end of that video my actual audio that I recorded right after I woke up. So I really sound like I just woke up. It's fun. Very much, very, very, very fun. So that said, dear goddess, I am going to leave you with the reminder that the power to create any reality that you desire really is in your hands. Because why? Well, it has always, always been inside you. For sure. That said, dear goddess, come join us in the Telegram group. It's free. And for more personalized, deeper support, you can definitely book a session with me at iamempowered.as.me. I am cutting those sessions back, and so that means less availability. So you definitely want to claim yours as soon as possible to really get that clarity needed for you to find your power and rise on your journey. That said, I will see you next time, dear goddess. Namaste.